Hi everyone, this is Carlos from mynameishunt.com, the first interactive text adventure that is based on Google Street View images. Squiffy is the tool that I use to create the Nathan Hunt game, and the great thing is that the editor itself is offered in two versions by Alex Warren. He created an online version that you can use right in your browser. It's incredible, it's really great. So what we are going to do right now is start our very first game. We do so by clicking Start New Game. Squiffy has its own programming language, and at this point a lot of you are going to stop the video just simply by hearing programming language. Oh, I have to learn something. Yes, indeed you have, if you want to create. So but it's as long as you just follow some few rules, it's really easy, because we are talking about text adventures. The first thing that you need to know about Squiffy, the Squiffy language, is that it is divided into sections, and that sections can contain passages. We are going to talk about these passages later on, but first we are going to do a very simple game where you can simply just see how the sections work like. Sections are defined by double brackets, so I'm going to call this the start. This is a simple variable, so you can call it whatever you want. I'm going to explain that later, but the double brackets indicate Squiffy, look, here is a section. Let's say we find ourselves in front of a building. You find yourself in front of a skyscraper in the middle of New York. Around you the traffic and blah blah blah. People rushing around. Oh, not the Russians. rushing around. Going to work or not. You see, it's an incredible, exciting story. The building is tall and a lot of people walk in and out through a door. Oh gosh, this is going to be a bestseller, I know it, I can feel it. I want you to be possible to walk through that door. So the first thing that I'm going to do is create a new section called Lobby. You find yourself, oh, repetition, great. You find yourself, this is not exciting. So let's make it the lobby. You find yourself in is big, is huge. Full of people rushing like ants around their nest, searching for food in form of money. Now we are getting a little bit deeper into prosa. Okay, so we have two sections. The start, the one is called the start, the other one is called the lobby. And as I mentioned, I would like you to be possible to walk through the door and get into the lobby of that building. So what we are going to do now is, go through the door. Okay, we want this to be linked to lobby. This is simply done by indicating the double brackets and saying, hey, this is a link. And the important thing about it is that at this moment, Squiffy searches for a section called Go Through the Door. But our section is called Lobby. So what you do is open normal brackets and write the name of your section into the brackets. So what we have now is a start section. We have the lobby, and the start section has a link set up that leads to lobby. This is this one. I'm going to run the game now, and to the right of the browser I get my game. You find yourself in front of a skyscraper in the middle of New York, around you the blah 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 blah. Go through the door, I click on it, and here we go. The lobby you find yourself in is huge, full of people rushing like ants around their nest, searching for food and for money. And as you can see, this is the most basic form of interactive fiction that you can have. It's like people just click through and get to certain points. But the difference between interactive fiction and an ordinary book is that you want to put some excitement in it. And excitement in life comes through decisions, as we all know. So I'm going to put more text in here, where I can write, you can see a FedEx lorry, product placement, FedEx lorry parking behind the building. I mean, it's a very thin building, so you can look around it and see that there is a FedEx lorry parking. Okay, so I just want to indicate, okay, somewhere there is a FedEx and you can walk behind the building. So what I'm going to do is write another link that I call get to the back side of the building and call it building back. Open a new section and call it building back. Once again, it's quite important that the variables are written the same way. It's case sensitive. That means if you write everything small, this one has to be small too, or big, or whatever. Now that you are behind the building, you can see a lot of maintenance people working here, taking care. Safety. We are going to run the game again, and now you're going to see that we now have two links: go through the door or get to the backside of the building. As you can see, everything is written in one line, so now it comes to minimal HTML knowledge. This one means break. If I run now the game, you can see that get to the backside of the building has been put below. So I'm going to set another one here. Sorry, so this is really our first interactive fiction game. I started it, I find myself in front of a skyscraper building, I can go through the door and find myself in the lobby. Let's restart the game. I go to the backside of the building and find myself behind the building. Now the first thing to make this a little bit more exciting is by adding another option here where you could say, talk to the security. Talk to one of the security guys. Security guys. Guy. So, and go back to the front side of the building. What we have now is that while I'm at the building's back, I can talk to the security guy, or I want to go to the front side of the building. And as I remember, I had the start defined as the front side of the building. I'm going to put it in here again, the start. So this means if I click on talk to one of the security guys, I will go to the section called security guys. Security guy, sorry, not guys. It's security guy. You walk up to the guy in a uniform, and the closer you get, he stares at you and puts his hand on his gun to shoot you. Ha! Oh my gosh, the predator is mine, I can feel it. Okay, so let's restart the game to see how this looks like. Go to the backside of the building, talk to one of the security guys, You walk up to a guy and he blah 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 blah. Oh, no, let's make it up to date. He shoots you. You are dead. So, okay, run. Go to the backside of the building. Talk to one of the security guys. He doesn't like you. He shoots you. You are dead. It's quite simple like that. This is how it nowadays works. So, I click on run again. Go to the backside of the building, and because I'm afraid of this angry, nasty looking guy, I decide to go to the front side of the building. And here I am again, and I can decide I go to the back side of the building, go to the front side of the building, and go to the back side of the building, blah, 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 and so on. And then there is this well-known error inside the matrix. So we have an indefinite loop. I just wanted to show you how this really works like. So you can connect sections one to each other, okay? I don't know if you have seen it, but once that I click on get to the backside of the building, the link goes through the door, deactivates itself. This is Squiffy. Squiffy checks if you clicked on a passage, then deactivate the other links so that you can't, you can't cheat. It's as simple as that. You can't click there and then say, oh damn, no, the guy shots me. No, I want to go to the front of the building. No, it's not possible anymore. So you have to, restart the game in this case. The trick is this, that now we get into the passages thing. This means once that I click here on backside of the building, I would like to have the possibility that instead of the guy killing me, he yells at you, "No trespassing, sir." Freeze. No, stop there, or I will have to shoot you. Okay, so now he's not going to shoot me because I am at a restricted area. Let's try this one out. I go to the backside of the building and go to the security guy, and you can see it's a failure because now that I talk to him, I can't click anywhere else. So the game is finished, though I haven't died, and I have no decisions anymore available. So what I'm going to do is make it happen that if you talk to the security guy, that the link doesn't disappear, doesn't deactivate itself. You simply do this by putting in here a passage. So what is a passage? As I mentioned before, passages are within the sections. This is our section. Sorry. This is our section. This is another section. And this is another section. And this is another section. So what I have to do is make security guy not a section, but a passage. Simply by not using the double square brackets, but single square brackets with the variable. So I'm going to run the game again, go to the backside of the building, and there is the security guy. I can talk to one of them or go back to the front side of the building. I want to talk to him. You walk up to a guy in an uniform, and the closer you get, he stares at you and puts his hand on his gun to shoot you. He yells at you, no trespassing, sir. Stop there or I will have to shoot you. And as you can see, because this one was defined as a passage, I can still click on back to the front side of the building. And there I am again at the front side of the building. And I can go to the back side of the building, talk to the security guy, and decide to go to the front side again. So there's the matrix again. So as you can see, you simply can set up passages this way so that people can go back to the story within your story and click other links, available links. Just to show you one possibility with passages, I'm going to continue with the security guy. He says, where was the uniform? Here's the uniform. Error, he has no trespassing, so stop there or I will have to shoot you. He says, no, he's yelling. No, he yells. He yells. Okay. I'm going to set up a passage saying, no sir, please, I need help. No sir, please do not shoot me. I need help. Security guy 1. No, quest. Question 1. No sir, please do not shoot me. I need help. You say. Then the break row. So then I copy this line because I'm a lazy guy. Erase this one. Security quest 2. And say, I am a tourist. Can you tell me where the elevators are? Let's cut this off. Can you tell me, just for this video? And the third thing is, what the hell is your problem? I'll kill you. You know, ordinary New York tourist scene. And this is going to be security quest 3. You yell back. Because if he can't, yeah, because if he yells, why shouldn't you yell back? Simple as that. It's not you say, this one is you ask. So as you can see, we are getting deeper into it, and I'm going to set up these passages. Security quest 1, security quest 1, copy this 2 times, 2 and 3. So once that I click no sir, please do not show me, I need help, he says, oh, I am sorry. He answers and is absolutely willing to help you out. Great, isn't it? 2 is, yes, the elevators are at the front side of the building, sir. Now go there, sir. He says, well, yeah, he says. And the third one is you yell back at him and he shoots you. You are dead. Okay, this is an error. Maybe you're going to understand why if you really understood the last minutes, but I'm keeping it like that so that you can try it out and see how it looks like. So we are going to run our game. We are at this passage, the start. I'm going to the back side of the building, can talk to the security guy. I'll go back to the front side of the building. I talk to the security guy. This is this section, and as you can see, here are my 3 decisions. I have to decide now, no sir, please do not shoot me, I need help. Once that I click this one, he answers, oh, I'm sorry, he answers, and is absolutely willing to help you out. But as you can see, the other 2 are still active. So I can click again. Can you tell me where the elevators are? This is like a small conversation where he tells me, yes, the elevators are at the front of the building, sir. Now go there, sir, he says. And what I'm going to do next is making this a link so that you can go back to the front side. But the important thing is that once that I clicked here, all 3 are deactivated and he shot me. Great, but this is not how a game works like, because everyone prefers his own decision. I'm going to rerun the game, go to the back side of the building, talk to the security guy, and here are my 3 decisions. And now imagine that you say, oh no, I want to kill that mofo. So I click here, and though he shot me, these are still active, all links. So the trick is that you don't make this passage, but section. So I'm going to make this one like that. Run the game. Go back to the building. Go to the back side of the building. Talk to the security guy, and because I'm an aggressive young little fellow, I'll yell at him that I'm going to kill him. And as you can see, once that I clicked it, all the other links are gone and I'm dead. The only possibility that I have is to restart the game. So we have our first interactive fiction interaction where you have to decide certain things that can cost your life, but we want to have an exit there. So yes, the elevators are at the front side of the building. I'm going to make this a link. Call it the start. So if I run the game now, go to the back of the building, talk to this guy and ask for the elevators, and he says it's at the front side of the building. So I am again at the front side of the building and can go through the whole story. This is really this is interactive fiction. This is how you can create a game with Squiffy. It's as simple as that. And what you have seen within the last steps, within the last minutes, is that instead of three answers, you can put in here 10 or 15 or whatever. I mean, it's too much, but it really depends on your story. So you can have a very, very simple game where people just can decide have a 50-50 decision, or you can start to offer more decisions, so the player itself has to think about, okay, what shall I do? Is it better to ask for the elevators, or simply telling him that I need help? And within this this expression, it's called security quest 1, you can continue the conversation and add more sections into the game and more passages, etc. So this is really, it depends. The game structure depends on how deep you want to go into the conversations and into the explanations of certain things. So that really depends on how, I'd rather say, on how good the game is going to be, because if you have a straight line where people just have to click through links, okay, nice, but what you really want to do is have people to take a decision depending on the situation that they find themselves confronted with. This is really how Squiffy works like. To get to the Street View, what I had to do is integrate the Google Street View API into this div. That's not so complicated. I did it with Gmap 3. Gmap 3 is a small plugin that you can download and integrate into your HTML file. And once that it is integrated, you can show a map, a Google map or Google Street View, and add callbacks to it. And the callback that I did is, if I go further down, here it is. The callback that I did is I wrote a function called near Street View position, and this one sends the heading, the pitch, the zoom, and the coordinates to this Street View view. This one is the connection to the section. So if I click one thing is sure, here it is. Here it is. Section 3. I get there. Please change into this position. So from here, once that I click it, what you see here is this 19, 39, 1, 22, 43 minus. So 19 is the heading. That's this one. Then the pitch up and down, and the zoom factor that is deactivated at the Street View position, but you can define the zoom factor and then the exact position of this location, of this street where I am right now. So this is all that you have to do. Calling JavaScript. This is simple JavaScript. Let me get back to Squiffy. You call JavaScript simply by adding 4 spaces or an indent. Let's say you walk up to the guy and says, I put in here 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces and make a simple JavaScript alert saying, look out for the security guy with a gun. So if I'm going to run the game right now, sorry. So this is this JavaScript is at the passage security guy. The security guy is in the building back, etc. So I'm going to the back side of the building and talk to the security guy. And what's happening is this alert, a simple JavaScript alert saying look out for the security guy with a gun. So what I want to show you with this is that once that you have the 4 spaces, you can really have any type of JavaScript in here. Look at this. You can have any type of JavaScript in here. So that really depends on how you want to create a game. I mean, there are plenty, there are hundreds if not thousands of jQuery plugins, JavaScript snippets that you can use to define your game. I decided to put a Street View in here, but maybe you find some kind of jQuery 2D or 3D engine that you can control with callbacks, with any kind of event handler, so that you can control what happens here. As I said, in mine is Google Street View, but there are plenty of other things that you could have this way. You could set up a game map with some HTML canvas, for example, so that people would better know where they are. You could have a game map for your text adventure, for your interactive fiction. So the possibilities are really endless as long as you know a little bit of JavaScript or know what kind of jQuery JavaScript files out there exist. So in the last thing for this video that I'm going to show you is how did I got these values? How did I knew that I really need this heading, this pitch, and this zoom factor? What I did was creating a new HTML file, a simple HTML file that is connected to the Google Street View or Google Maps API, showing a street view. As you can see here on the top right, you can see that it shows me the position, the actual position that I'm in, the heading from my point of view, the pitch and the zoom, both at 0 and the heading to 270. So what I did was simply getting these values. For example, if I said, okay, within the game, I would like, this is an actual position of the game. I would like to have this one. I would have to copy these values into these values of the function, 18, 5, and 0. Simple as that. That made the whole game development a lot faster. Okay, so this is our game, and what are you going to do now with your game? It's quite easy. The great thing about Squiffy is that you can download the whole game simply by clicking on download and export HTML and JavaScript. And because this game is only written in HTML and JavaScript, that means that you can copy the whole files onto your own server and start the game right there on your server. That's great. That's a perfect solution if you would like to control your very own game on your very own web space. Or even better, you can publish the game so that once that I click on publish, I have to register with textadventures.co.uk, but it automatically gets into the database of that page. So if you don't have a web space, this is a perfect solution for you to publish your very first game. Just to make sure, this game that we wrote now is so boring, I'm not going to publish it anywhere part of this video. Do not hesitate to contact me if you have any kind of questions, and I hope that you love the My Name is Hunt game. At the moment, the Kickstarter campaign is not running so well, but that simply means that it will take longer for me to create the second chapter, Bitten by the Blue Dog, and the further chapters. But whenever I have the time, I will continue with the creation of the chapters so that you can play on the game. And if you want to be kept updated with the game progression, then simply go to the Facebook fan page, join it, and I will keep you updated there about what's going on with the game. Thanks for watching, and I would love to see your Squiffy developed games either on the textadventures.co.uk website, or simply mail them to me so that I can test it out. Thanks so much and wish you the best. Bye bye. Hi everyone.